Hi, welcome to the Comfy Red Couch. My name is Tracy and I'm your host, and today I have a co-host,
Nathaniel!
And Nathaniel and I are going to share some lovely things. It's New Year's Eve and we've got some nice tea to drink, we've got some projects to share, and we are going to have a lovely time on the Comfy Red Couch. So grab your cup of tea, grab your project of choice, and come and sit down. Time to just have a bit of a relax. You can find me as Tracy RR on Ravelry, and there is the Comfy Red Couch group on Ravelry as well that you are always welcome to pop by, say hello, see what's going on over there. And on Instagram, I am Comfy Red Couch. And as you found, this is the Comfy Red Couch YouTube channel. So welcome. And a huge welcome to anybody who is new to the podcast. I know that Danny of Little Bobbin said some wonderful things about me on her podcast a couple of weeks ago. And that was definitely super appreciated. And I noticed that as a result, we've got some new viewers, new subscribers, so welcome to the channel. And for everyone who is returning, welcome back. I'm always glad to have you. And I think it's time to have some tea. What do you think, Nathaniel?
Yes.
I think it is tea time. And today, because it is New Year's Eve, we've both got some special new cups. And where did you get your cup from?
My aunt.
Auntie Julie, who, if you tuned into Vlogmas, gave me some amazing bags. Auntie Julie gave Nathaniel this little froggy. I think froggy in French is la grenouille. So a cute little grenouille. And now I'm just going to put my tea down because we've got to admire the beauty of this teacup. Look, it's got little legs, little bobby eyes. So cute. Now don't drink it yet because we have to wait for our cheers. And along with Nathaniel's beautiful cup was this adorable teapot. So this was your Christmas gift, Nathaniel, and I have to say I was jealous because this is absolutely adorable. Absolutely, yes. Yes. So I don't know, I might have to borrow that cute little grenouille teacup, and definitely the teapot will fill it with some tea. And I have a brand new David's Rustic mug that my best friend, who yesterday I went out for brunch with her, and this is what I was given. So she said, it's a little bit Christmassy, and I said, it's okay, it's cold outside, it's -16, -24 with a wind chill. I think that some nice hot tea in a nice warm Christmas tree-like mug is definitely appropriate. And today, do you know what we're drinking?
Rosé Jose.
Not Rosé Jose. Rosé all day. And because it's New Year's Eve, we've got to drink some rosé all day, even though it's not quite noon. Hold on, hold on. We'll have to be clinking carefully. So for everybody, let's say to 2017, which is go clink. And for everybody, here's a cheers to 2018. Cheers. Rosé all day. I think that's something I can drink without too much consequences. And this is from the summertime cocktail collection. So this was rosé all day from David's, and there was appletini, which you like, and there was mudslide, which I don't love, but my husband likes, and there were a couple other ones as well. So I can't remember what they all are. There was a margarita one, I think like a raspberry margarita, something like that. But they were all very yummy. And today I intend to drink quite a few of them as I knit and relax and edit this podcast. So again, cheers to you and to 2018. Health, wealth, and happiness. Yum. Is that good? I put ice in yours, didn't I? So you could drink it a little bit faster. You are a noisy little frog. And is your tea all done? Okay, so let's move on with the podcast and let's start talking about knitting and crafting and lovely things like that. I hope you've got your project bag and your nice comfy, warm drink of choice because we are going to start talking about some lovely knitty things. So Nathaniel, you have something to share on my favorite things today. And what is this? This is in your special project bag, and we're going to show the yarn.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a Noro chunky yarn, and it's got lots of really fun colors. Did you enjoy picking that skein of yarn out?
Yeah.
And I think you picked this out in May or June, so it's been a while that you've been working on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna carefully take it out so we don't lose any stitches, because I know in the past when we've taken it out we've lost some stitches. And Nathaniel,
guess what it is?
Been working on this cowl for a while. I think since June, because you took it on holiday with us and you did a little bit, and that was in July, right? You did a tiny bit of knitting.
I'm gonna teach you how to knit.
Are you gonna teach everyone how to knit?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do
if
you
you
knit?
don't know how to knit, in through the front door.
Mm-hmm. I think you've got your yarn. Hang on, let's get your yarn set up properly. And Nathaniel's going to do a very quick knitting lesson before we move on to some other knitty things.
In through the front door. Go around the back. Peek. Tickle down the side. Peek through the window. And off jumps Jack.
Good job. So now everybody knows how.
And I'm going to teach
careful,
you
careful,
it looks like it's slow motion.
Slow motion. Okay. One more time. You say it right?
Through the front door. Go around the back. Tickle down the side. Peek through the window. And off jumps Jack.
Good job. So do you think that you could finish this for... So we have the Harry Potter audiobooks taken out from the library right now. Which one are we listening to now?
Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix.
Yes, so we're listening to Goblet of Fire right now, and then we also have Order of the Phoenix. So as we're listening to Goblet of Fire, do you think you could be working on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good job, a good thing. We've got a week. We've got a week off. You've got some yarn left for sure, but I think you could do it. Absolutely. So let's put your project back in the bag.
Bye.
And did you want to go over there and work while I share some of my things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So over to the other couch. I'll throw your bag over, and you've already finished your tea, so you're good to knit away while I podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So let's move on to some of my things that I've been working on. While Nathaniel works away on his knitting on the other couch, I'm going to share some of the things that I have been up to since our last full podcast. And I've shown a few of these during my Vlogmas, so if you did tune into Vlogmas, some of these things haven't changed much, including my 'Twas the Night Before Christmas socks that were my Christmas Eve cast on that are in my gorgeous bag from Danny of Little Bobbins. So this is her pattern, and I am loving it. I'm just wishing I had some more time to spend on it, but I will get back to it shortly. I haven't actually done much since Christmas Day. I cast on Christmas Eve and got a couple of trees done so far, and these are the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas sock pattern by Danielle George, who is Danny of Little Bobbins. And this is my beautiful Jolly Holly yarn by Jane of Hedgerow Yarns. And it is so sparkly and just so, so pretty. So I am looking forward to spending a little bit more time on this in the next week. But my focus this week has been another project. So for now, this goes back in my gorgeous, gorgeous bag. And I will show you the next thing that I have been working on but not working on, and that is the shawl for Isaac. This is the All About That Brioche, and I showed this also on Vlogmas, and it has not gotten beyond where I was either, but it is a lot farther than the last time I podcast, so like the official podcast, so not bad. So this is the Once Upon a Corgi in the Isaac base, which is a Polworth, 100% Polworth, and this is the Lemony Snicket colorway. And Isaac and I enjoy watching Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix. It's just so funny. And I have started adding in the Nice Guys Finished Dead colorway. So this is Nice Guys Finished Dead. This is Lemony Snicket. I'm getting a little bit worried that I may not have enough Lemony Snicket to finish off the brioche section as it is written. So I may have to abbreviate. And because that takes a little bit of thought, this has gone on the back burner because I'm working on another project and hoping to get as much of that done by the time the clock strikes 12 tonight. So I'm not going to finish it, but I'm hoping to get some done. Anyway, this is my All About That Brioche, and again, over the next week, I am hoping to give it a lot more love. Now, I'm going to tell you about some cast-ons that I am planning. So I was originally going to cast this on Christmas Day, and this is the Wildflowers and Honeycomb pattern by Olivia of This Handmade Life, and I will be using my Where Winter Roses Grow, which was the yarn by Tracy of Nora George. That was in my So Sweet Violet, this way, Advent bag. So I'm going to use this. And Olivia is hosting a knit-along that starts January 1st. So I saw that and I thought, you know what? I think I'll wait to cast on till January 1st. So this is going to be my New Year's Day cast on. So tomorrow I'm going to cast these socks on. And I have a New Year's Eve cast on that I am going to be putting on the needles. And I cannot share my yarn. And I can't share anything that is inside this bag other than, I don't think I have shared this bag. Isn't it just adorable? And inside, and this is from Bags by Awesome Granny. And inside is just a beautiful lining, and that's about as far down as I can go. And there was also a gorgeous little notions pouch as well. Are you peeking in there? Yes, there is some lovely yarn in there. And inside, just a lovely sort of firefly package. You are not going to be doing any spoilers, sir.
I know.
No, I would get in trouble for that one. Anyway, there are some lovely little bits of yarn in here that I will share hopefully at the end of January. And there's a very, very special project that is going to be going on my needles tonight. So I've got to wind my yarn, and this is the project bag that I am going to be using over the next little bit as I work on this project. And again, over the next week, I am hoping to give this one lots of love as well. Oh, I just wish I had all the time in the world. I just stop that time in a bottle and just knit. It would be lovely. The next project I am going to share with you is in my fun pink hazel bag, and this is my Spirit of Autumn knit-along shawl. So this is my Oracle shawl, which unfortunately did not get the love it needed throughout the autumn season. It got a little bit of love October 1st, and then it got a lot of love the past week, but it still needs some more love. But I will share this in a moment. For those of you who are maybe still thinking they might make the Spirit of Autumn knit-along deadline, that is technically at 11:59 tonight, New Year's Eve, so the end of the day. However, I know with New Year's Eve celebrations and all the craziness that ensues as soon as that clock strikes 12, that things sometimes get forgotten and maybe don't get photographed, or maybe there's a couple little ends to weave in, or whatever the case may be. So as long as your finished object is in the Comfy Red Couch group's finished object thread for the Spirit of Knit-along by 11:59 p.m. on January 2nd, then you will qualify for the lovely, lovely prizes that are part of the Spirit of Autumn Knit-along. There are 3 absolutely wonderful prizes for the Spirit of Autumn Knit Along, and originally there was going to be 1 draw and then a selection from the other entries, but since there are so few entries in the Spirit of Autumn Knit Along, I think what we will do is in fact just draw for all of the prizes, and that makes it a little bit more more random, more fair, I suppose, than having to pick favorites. And there are, as I said, a few entries, and the ones I've seen on the page so far are beautiful, and I'm looking forward to seeing who our winners are going to be. So the first draw will be for a bag from Danny of Little Bobbins. She's creating a very special Spirit of Autumn Knit Along bag prize for one of the prizes. And the other 2 prizes are Yarny prizes, and this one here is the Spirit of Autumn colorway, and this was specially dyed for the Spirit of Autumn Knit Along by Sarah of Cauldron of Colors, and along with this gorgeous skein of yarn comes some color coordinated tees that are just perfect. So this is one of the prizes, and there'll be a couple other little things that go along with this yarn as well. And so that is from Sarah of Cauldron of Colors. And the other lovely yarn prize is from Tracy of Nora George, and this is the Boo Radley colorway, and this was the Great Characters of Literature club color for October, and I love To Kill a Mockingbird, so this is happiness for me. So Boo Radley and yarn, yay. So 2 yarny prizes, and as I said, we will draw for all 3 of the prizes, and I'm excited to see who our winners are, and I'm excited to put those packages together and put them in the mail for our lovely winners. For anyone who participated in the Spirit of Autumn Knit Along, thank you for joining along, and I hope that you enjoyed your knit and that you are going to love wearing it, or if you're gifting it to somebody, that they will love it, because I know you've put lots and lots of hard work into that project. And speaking of that project, this is my Oracle shawl. I will show you where I am now. So when I last showed it to you, I think I had done the little first circle. I am a lot farther along now, but I still have a lot of yarn left to knit. So last night I weighed my yarn, and I still have about 50% of my yarns left, which means I'm not quite halfway done. Even though I look at it and I think I must be halfway done by now, but apparently I don't think I am. So this is my Oracle bag shawl, and it is on my 40-inch Hiya-Hiyas, my Hiya-Hiya Sharps, and I am just trying to figure out how to hold this as best as possible without losing stitches, because I have lost stitches on the podcast before, and that's never fun. So this little circle center bit there, that's where that's what I had done for the most of the knit along. And then over the past week, I've gotten the brioche section here, this lovely gray lace, a pink and gray brioche, and I am currently 8 rows away from finishing my lace in the Neptunia colorway, and I love this green. I am loving how my kit colors have knit up together. I do love green. Pink and gray always looks amazing, especially this brioche, and so nice. I am 8 rows away from finishing this lace section, and then I've got another brioche section, another lace section, and then I think there might be a little bit more brioche, and then the I-cord, or it might just be lace straight into the I-cord. I can't remember which at the moment, but I am getting there. It is taking time. It is almost 600 stitches per round at this point, and my next increase I'm going to be close to 1200 stitches. So each round takes a while for sure, and I am using my lovely little stitch markers from Fripperies and Bibelot, and they are, I've used I think 5 different sets, so lots of jewelry on this baby. And I also am using my Corner of Craft Snowflake as my beginning of round marker, so it's just so pretty. I am very glad that I did take on the challenge of doing the oracle. There were many times I thought I should just do the oracle half pie, I should just do the oracle half pie, but there's something to be said about actually tackling the full oracle and doing a full pie shawl. So even though it means that I'm not finished the knit along by the deadline, you know what? At the end of the day, not today unfortunately, I will have a full pie shawl done, and that is really what the main goal was anyway, was to get this off the needles at some point. And my little sloth has been keeping me company and will keep me company till I am done. So I am hoping in the next couple of weeks that this will be off the needles and blocked. Go on, Scout. Go on. And hopefully I'll be able to share a finished object with you sooner rather than later. So that is going back in my beautiful pink hazel bag. There's still some candy in here to keep me coming back as well. And that is the end of the Spirit of Autumn knit along for me, but not really. So I will come back on the 3rd of January and do the draws, and we'll have some hopefully very excited winners that I will be contacting and letting know that they've got some wonderful prizes on their way, because they, unlike me, finished their Spirit of Autumn knit-alongs. Now it's time for some brown paper packages, and my wonderful sister-in-law gave me the cutest thing to use for brown paper packages, and that is this lovely little mailbox. And even though it says Merry Christmas on it, I think it is perfect. And inside, there is some lovely things that came my way this week, and this is one of them, a fun Jack Skellton mug with a little spoon with a pumpkin on it. So that is one of the things that my wonderful sister-in-law gave me for Christmas, and you already saw the fun teapot and teacup that she gave Nathaniel, because she knows that he sometimes joins me on tea time. So this is just so adorable, this little mailbox. So I will have to pull it out every once in a while when I have something small to share. And I don't have any yarn to share, but I do have some bags that have come my way. And a couple of weeks ago I talked about the fact that Fringe Supply came out with some new colors. So I bought the waxed blue plaid, blue and green plaid, which the plaid a moment ago was showing up nicely. There we go. You can see the plaid there. It is waxed, so it's got some funny lines in it from the waxing, and when it was folded, unfortunately, it's got some, I'm hoping it'll soften up and the markings will come out. And I was really hoping that my husband might have bought me the lovely blue one, but unfortunately I did not get that. That's the one I want to put the pins on. This is, I'm not sure what will happen if I put pins on this because of the waxing, so I'm not sure whether this one will get pins or not, but a lovely fringe bag nonetheless. And then also in the mail came this wonderful bird legs bag, and if you've tuned in before, you know I love Vicky's bird leg bags, and one of my favorite prints that she has used, and I have on a couple of my bags, is this fun Paris one. And when I saw that she had it as a drawstring with this gorgeous pink lining inside, and I knew this was the last of her fabric, I had to get this. So I now have a drawstring from Bird Leg Bags, which I didn't have a drawstring before. I've got lots of her other types of bags, but I don't have just a regular drawstring. And now I've pulled this so tight I can't open it. There we go. So, a beautiful, lovely quality bag from Vicky, and just bright pink. I'm looking forward to using this in the springtime when I am needing a pick-me-up because it is cold and dark and gray outside. So a perfect pink bag. The next two things that I have to share are both from Caroline Love to Sew. And the first one is this gorgeous Tilda bag. And I wish you could feel the base and the top of this. It is velvet. And my big fear though is if I put it down and it gets dirty. That's the big fear with the velvet, but it's just so luxurious and just so precious. It's just unlike any bag I have. So just a really lovely, lovely, lovely feel. And it's got this beautiful little heart button. It's a wooden heart button, and then there's a little tag on the side as well. And lovely drawstring, and inside there is the stamp of Love to Sew. And then I got one more bag from Caroline, and this one was one of her Christmas ones, but I thought it wasn't so Christmassy that I couldn't get away with, you know, using it in whenever. This will be perfect actually if I were to use it as my New Year's Eve cast on. This would be perfect as well, but it would be lovely also in February. And so it's got this beautiful coral, and then it's got the pine, and then this is all silver, and I'm not sure whether the silver glitter will pick up. And then of course there are the lovely silver stars, and I'm not sure again if this will pick up. The thread all around the top here is all silver thread as well, so definitely super special. And inside it is stamped, and there's a little pocket, and it is the perfect size for a fun little project, socks or hat, something like that. So I'm not sure what project will go in this, but something soon. I think it's just a lovely, lovely bag. And as I said, that was Caroline from Love to Sew, and just super happy to have some lovely sparkly bags my way, because one can never have enough sparkle in their life. And that leaves us with an empty bin, and that is the end of brown paper packages this week. And now it's time for some bits and bobs. And bits and bobs is where I just have some general chatter. And amazingly, I did keep up with Vlogmas. So from the 3rd of December when I started until the 25th, I did a video every single day, which was definitely a challenge. And there were some days I kind of thought, oh, I still have to do this. What am I going to do? But I did it. And so I was really proud of myself for almost getting there. I didn't start on the 1st, so I missed the 1st and 2nd. So I counted Christmas as one of those days. I mean, it's a holiday. Should have counted as 2. I did wake up on Boxing Day, and I thought to myself, I should do a Boxing Day special video. And I kind of missed not doing it, but I thought, you know, I've got to just sort of take it easy. I did have a lovely quiet Christmas Eve and a very quiet Christmas Day, which is what I was really hoping for. Isaac and Greg went to see the new Star Wars movie, and Nathaniel and I cuddled on Christmas Day in the nighttime, and that was just a lovely way to spend that. And then things got busy, so we had a big family dinner on the 27th. We had people drop by on the 26th, and it was just a busy time. And I'm hoping for the next week and a bit that this one and I will have some cuddle time and listen to some Harry Potter and get lots of knitting done.
I also got a game that I've been wanting for a while.
Oh yes, Nathaniel got an app called Roblox that he has been loving and breaking out of jail and doing lots of... He's a bad one, he's in jail. I have a little jailbird here.
I've been a police officer too.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you're on the right side of the law. I prefer you on the right side of the law. So, Nathaniel, did you get your cardboard boxes and tape for Christmas?
Yes.
Was that fun? How did Santa know?
I sent him a letter.
Oh, that's how. We had a lot of boxes here, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to clean them all up now and put them out for recycling. So you got boxes and tape, just like you asked for. And then you got your Roblox games. So just a nice, and you got
I also
this
got a
cute little...
Nerf gun. Well,
You got a
two
Nerf gun, yes. You got
guns.
a couple Nerf guns, yes.
I forgot one.
One what?
Nerf gun.
One Nerf gun, yes. So you were playing with your cousins and your brother with all the Nerf guns. Okay, enough. Oh, I know you're so affectionate. Thanks. Love your kisses. Uh-huh. No lipstick on your face. Anyway, so did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah? And any New Year's resolutions?
I don't really know.
Okay. Do you know what a New Year's resolution is?
No.
That's where you say you're going to do something. So, for example, maybe you're going to make your bed every single day like Mommy does. Does that sound like a good resolution? No? Okay. Well, we'll find something for you. One thing. Okay. You go and do some knitting, okay?
No.
Well, then, just a quiet cuddle then. So, I talked a few weeks ago about my word of the year, and I had said I was quite successful with appreciate. I was not very successful with moderate or moderation. We're not going that road again. I had been thinking along the lines of choosing gratitude, but I think it's a little bit too similar to appreciate. And I'm still trying to figure out what my word of the year might be. So I'm hoping by next week's podcast, I can tell you what that word is that I've chosen. Is it going to be quirkiness like you? You got your quirky eyebrows happening?
No, I'm trying to raise one eyebrow.
Oh, okay. So still thinking about that, and I will hopefully figure that out in the next day or two and be able to share on next week's podcast. Are you swimming? Are you floating? Anyway, so that is what I have to do this week, is to figure out what my word will be, something that will be remembered and that I will be able to look at throughout the year and feel like, okay, yes, I am following my word of the year. So this next week involves lots of listening to Harry Potter. Does that sound good?
Yep.
And lots of tea?
Yep.
And lots of knitting.
Yep.
And sitting by the fireplace and just having nice quiet time. I think that sounds like the perfect plan for our next week off. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think so too. Thank you so much for joining us on the Comfy Red Couch this week. I hope that you've had a chance to sit down, perhaps with a New Year's Eve beverage and your project of choice, and that you've had that moment to relax and refresh, because this is a very busy time of the year and it's always important to make a little bit of time for yourself. So I wish you much health and happiness and many wonderful yarny wishes as 2018 enters your life. And I think we should do a quick Comfy Red Couch countdown. What do you think, Nathaniel?
Yeah.
Yep. So hold on. Let's say thank you for joining us, and I wish you a wonderful week and year ahead. And let's start our countdown in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Mwah! Mwah! Happy New Year from the Comfy Red Couch. Bye.
And had a knack for attracting a lot of trouble. No, the thing that was bothering Harry was that the last time his scar had hurt him, it had been because Voldemort had been close by. But Voldemort couldn't be here now. The idea of Voldemort lurking in Privet Drive was absurd, impossible.